Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today it is Saturday, August 9th, 11:03. 11:03. Started off a little late, today. Yesterday dude, excuse me, yesterday I wanted to do a video, right? But just work and the circumstances, things happen. Sometimes, we had a big order yesterday. So we had to be at work by like 6 in the morning. So I was up by 5. And then just the day the way the day went, it was just kind of overwhelming, right? In the sense of work early, big order. All right. After that, we had a rush over here on the other side of town to get home because it was the meet the teacher. You meet the teacher because you know how kids are starting school on Monday. So we took our son over there to meet his teacher and whatnot, then had dinner and stuff like that, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? I did work out for sure. That's mandatory, right? I did work out, but I just didn't get a chance, just mentally and kind of physically tired, to even just, so we're at it today, right? We're at it today, right? The usual for the workout, right? Nothing crazy. Push-ups. Other than that, though, today, beautiful day, man. Like I always said, right? Look, let me just say some things, right? Bro, it don't matter what you're going through, right? You might not be where you want in life, or you might not be in the best time of your life due to certain circumstances or whatever. I'm not sure, right? But man, just be grateful, man. Be grateful, like I said, right? Be grateful that you're able to spend time, right, with the people that you love, right? Be grateful that you get another day to make things right, Other than that, though, I did want to talk about like decision making. You need to decide, right? It gets to the point, right, where you need to decide, right, who you are, and not only that, what you want out of life, right? Now let me just elaborate on that a little bit more, right? Bruh, success or change, bruh, it don't got nothing to do with no money, bruh. It doesn't, right? We get some dips. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Like I always tell you guys, right? It ain't nothing bad, right, with having you some money goals or things like that, right? But this ain't got nothing to do with that, right? Bro, it's time for, at least for me, right? It's time for me to decide, right? What do I want to do, right, with my life? And not like I said, right? This ain't got nothing to do with money or nothing like that, right? When you have just better decision making, right, you will live a better quality life, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Decision making, right, having a good judgment of character, right, and having good decision making skills, right, that just comes with life. That comes with life, and that comes with growth. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Like I said, right, about being stuck and stubborn, right? It gets to the point, right, at least for me, right, about, now don't get me wrong, like I said, right, I have gotten a lot better over the years, right? But it gets to the point, right, where making the same mistake, it's the same outcome. You know what I mean? When you keep making the same mistakes, right, Now this is for you, right? This is for me. Bro, when I keep making the same mistakes, right, it only affects, right, my self-esteem, right? It only affects, right, the relationship that I carry with myself. And then that will spill on over to the next people, right? Because if you're not right with yourself, right, if you're not right with yourself, if you're not seeing eye to eye with yourself, if you're not happy with yourself, right, then that will start to affect the relationships that you have around you, right? Push-ups. And that's where the decision making comes. Bro, you gotta decide, right, that you no longer want to live like that. Or I had to make a decision, right, that I no longer wanted to drink. I had to make a decision, right, that I had no longer wanted to participate in these things, right, that were affecting me, right? And now don't get me wrong, right? Bro, with life, it's trial and error, right? But it does get to the point, right, where it gets overwhelming and you have to decide. You have to decide. Do you want to keep going down this road, down this path and getting the same outcome? Or do you want to just change for the better? There's two different times to change, right? You can either change for the better or change for the worse, right? But see, this is the beauty of it. This is the beauty of it, right? Bro, don't nobody decide, right, to change either for the better or for the worse, but you. Like I said, right, take advantage of the fact that every single day you get an opportunity to just change the things that you don't like about yourself, or to change your life. You have that power, that power, bro. Don't nobody got it, bro. Now don't get me wrong, I get it, right? Somebody could come over here, bro, or whatever, and give you, let's just say $1 million or whatever, right? Cool, whatever. But in our reality, right, like I said, right, true change, bro, is gonna come from in here. True change is gonna come from your heart, bro. What is it? Like how it says in the Bible, right? I kind of forgot, right? What is it a man to gain the world if you have to sell your soul? Something like that. It's not verbatim. Don't quote me on that. It's something like, y'all understand what I'm saying though, right? And that's what I be telling y'all, right? That's what I be telling y'all, right? Bro, it don't matter, bro. Like I said, right? Somebody could give you $1 million, right? But just because you got $1 million or somebody gave you $1 million, like, yeah, you could change stuff. You know, that's life changing. You know what I mean? But that's life changing on the exterior, right? What about the interior, right? What about the foundation, right? On the way that you view things, on the way that you treat people, on the standards that you set upon yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Can't nobody change that, right? Can't no amount of money, right, be given to you to make you change the way that you feel, right? Because I heard this saying, right? That some people are so poor that all they have is money, right? That's deep, right? Some people are so poor that all they have is money, right? Because at the end of the day, right, you take all this stuff away from everybody, right? You take all this stuff away from everybody, right? What is it that you have then, right? You have the actual human being for who he is, for what he is, right? And now, don't get me wrong, right? I do want to say another few things, right? Bro, just because you made mistakes in the past, right, bro? And certain people, bro, want to just keep, you know, bro, let them deal with that. That's their stuff, bro. Just because you made mistakes in the past, right? It don't mean you can't change. It don't mean that you're less of a person. Or it doesn't mean that they're better than you. It doesn't, right? Everybody gotta go through things, right? Everybody made mistakes, right? Now, this is what you don't want to do, right? You don't want to stay stuck in the past, right? You don't want to stay stuck in the past, right? And like I said, right, I'm not perfect, bro. About making the same mistake over and over and over, bro, for either a long period of time, bro, or for the rest of your life, bro. Push-ups. Now, another thing too, bro. But don't be too quick to judge anybody, right? Don't judge the next person, right, about what you heard about them, right? If you ain't never had an experience with them. Don't judge the next person because you heard this and this and that, right? But everybody got a pass, right? Everybody got a pass. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Excuse me, a lot of things that I talk about, right, or that I say, right, it really don't got nothing to do with the next person or none of that, right? Mainly the things that I be preaching, not only do I be preaching, I be practicing, bro. It's about self, right? It's about self, bro. Bruh, my goals every day, right, that I wake up, right, and like I said, I'm not perfect, right, is to just be a little bit better than I was yesterday. Have a little bit more patience than I had yesterday. Be a little more understanding than I was yesterday. Not only being patient with myself, right? If that's what it is, if that's where the coin lands, being patient with others. You know, I'm a father. I gotta be patient with my son. You understand what I'm saying? Patience, right? Patience. Not only that, bro, the ability also to be able to forgive yourself, right? Now let me chop it up on that one, right? Let me get some dips first. Bro, when I tell you about having the ability, bro, to be able to forgive yourself, bro, I also don't mean, dude, doing the same thing over and over. And just because you're thinking, oh, well, you know what? God, you know, what happened to God was for my sins. And then now it makes it okay for you to do it, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? The way God wired us, right? With the ability of free will. We have free will, right? To do whatever it is that we want. But just because you're forgiven, you know what I mean? It don't make it right. What makes it right? or what makes things right, right? Bro, there's certain things, right, that not everybody has, right? And not everybody has it 100%, right? But they have the ability to practice it every day, right? Bro, discipline, restraining from certain things, certain activities, right? And all these things, right? Like I said, these things are different for me as they are different for you, right? Because I don't know what course you have to go through or what things that you went through in the course of your life that made you think this way. Just like you don't know with me. You know what I'm saying? Although I could elaborate and I could, explain myself to a certain extent, right? But there's certain things, right, that I hold dear to me that although the next person might find it okay, bro, I also too, another saying, right? One is too much and 1,000 is just too many, right? In the sense of like, bro, nah, bro. I don't want to participate in these things. I don't want to drink, bro. I can't have one drink, bro. I'd rather nah, man. And like I said, right, I'm not knocking nobody for their lifestyle and what they do, bro. It don't make me, I'm not saying I don't do these things, right? I'm not better than nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever feel like the next person is better than you, right? Because you started at the bottom or you're at the bottom or this and that. The only person that's going to get you out of those situations, bro, is yourself, bro. Is you, right? Bruh, get on the same plan with you, bruh, and just better yourself. And with you getting on the same plan with you, bruh, and bettering yourself, you're then setting the example for the next person, right? Because a lot of us, bruh, we gotta see. We gotta see like, damn, man, that person's trying over there, bruh. Or you know what, dang, that person got out of these situations, right? And now I'm in this situation, right? Be inspired. So now if they could do it, I can do it too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody's gonna go through it differently. You know what I'm saying? That's all, dude. That's all I'm saying, man. But like I said, right, just because somebody didn't help you, right? I mean, if you ask me, bro, one of the biggest things that brings joy to my heart, bro, is being able to help a complete stranger, bro. Being able to help a complete stranger, and I don't help them because I'm like, ooh, they need help. Who am I to say? No, I'm not nobody, right? I'm not nobody, bro. It's just, bro, that thing brings happiness to my heart, bro. Whether I can help the next person, bro, with something that I don't even got like that, right? Help the next person with a couple of bucks where they can get themselves something to drink, something to eat, or whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in situations, bro, where, bro, I wish. Where I've been in them same situations, bro, and guess what? Nobody around, bro. So that's what I'm saying about being, and like I said, right, bro, I don't do these things for the next person. I do these things because it just makes me feel good, bro. And not only with a couple bucks, right? This ain't, like I said, this ain't got nothing to do with no money or nothing like that. Even just, bro, some words of encouragement, bro. Something as simple as that. Having a better judgment of character, right? Because obviously, right, I want people around me that I can relate to. Or not necessarily that I can relate to, because you can relate with people, bro, in a lot of different things. It's not about relating, bro. It's about surrounding yourself, bro, with people that share the same morality, that share the same compassion, bruh, to the next human being, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody got it right, and I get it, right? We, unfortunately, bruh, you know, we're stuck in this rat race. We're stuck on this, oh, money, 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 bills, 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 race, 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 the color of his skin, the color of their... A lot of times we're stuck on those things, right? We're quick to judge, right? We're quick to judge off of the appearance instead of the actual person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a victim of that too. Or not a victim. I do it too. I do it less. I catch myself. It's just like, you know, from the outside looking in. Oh, look at that dude over there, bro. Oh, he got tattoos. He this, oh, look the way he dressed. Oh, he's this, he's that. Categorizing people, bro, that you don't even know, bro. I've been there, bro. I've noticed, bro, I'm not nobody to judge nobody, bro. I'm not. But everybody got an opinion. Everybody got, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the minute that you start speaking is the minute I know, bro. The minute I start processing the words that you choose to speak, or the things that you're saying, right? Start processing it in order for me to identify if you're like me, if you're one of us, or if you're like me. And then it's just simple, right? But you gotta know how to trust, bro. Everybody can't come, bro. I've been there before, bro. I want everybody to be my friend. People that I wouldn't even align myself, bro, with the morals and the, you know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody can't go, bro. You can't be cool with everybody, bro. And not necessarily that you gotta got problems with everybody, but I'm just saying, bro, it don't work like that, bro. And it's cool, bro. Like me, bro. For real. More than anything, bro. First things comes first, right? Bro, I'm a man of God, right? I'm a man of God. I ain't perfect, bro. I'm not. First things first, bro. I'm a man. I'm a man of God. Then what comes next, bro? I'm a father now. After that, boom, I'm a family man. That's me. That's my foundation, bro. My family, bro. My girl. And I'm talking about my immediate family. When I say my immediate family, bro, it's the people that wake up next to me every single day, bro. The people that, when the first people that I see when I wake up is my girl, my wife, my girl, and my son, bro. And I've been there, bro. Stuck and stubborn, bro. Almost lost, bro. Lost everything that I worked so hard, bro. Building, which is my family, bro. That love, bro. When your loved one and your significant other, bro, like, don't get me wrong, bro, you will never be able to change, bro, for the next person, right? But if you know you're doing something that you ain't supposed to, that ain't right, and then your loved ones acknowledge it, and you don't want to let whatever it is go, bro, just know and understand, right? With you not wanting to let it go, bruh, it can cause you, bruh, for you to lose your family, bruh, and things of that nature, right? Poor decision making. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Decision making, the minute that you decide right, it's gonna be one of the best times, either for the good or for the bad, right? Being a good judgment of character. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody show you that but life, right? Other than that though, bruh, be blessed, bruh. Or not be blessed, be grateful, bruh. And whatever it is that you gotta do in life, bro, go ahead and do it, bro. Peace.